Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. I am playing as the Greenskins. My ally is the Dwarves. We are facing off against Chaos and Bretonnia. For my army, we have 3 Gobos in the front, then we have 2 Black Orcs and 2 Nasty Skulkers in a line behind them. We also have the Ragnarok Queen, and then like a super squad here with 2 Orc Boy Biggins, a Orc War Boss with the Healing Potion, 2 Goblin Big Bosses on their Spider Mounts, and then also the Orc Shaman with the Foot of Gork, and here we go, Scroll of Shielding, and then I even took the item that makes them get briefly 34 attack and like 24% melee damage or something like that. And I also put him on a boar because I want him to be part of the super squad. I normally don't roll with the Orc Shaman on a boar, and I really never put him in combat, but we're going to try it out here. The Dwarf player here has 2 Thunderers, 1 Quarreler, Organ Gun, Goblobber, and a cannon. Actually, this is the cannon, that's the Organ Gun. So 3 different types of artillery. We have 2 Longbeards in this line, an Ironbreaker, Belagar Ironhammer, a Thane, and Warriors to Dragonfire Pass, then 2 Slayers. For the Chaos player, we have 2 Dragon Ogres, Kolek, Chaos Warriors, a bunch of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and then a Hell Cannon. And then the Bretonnian player has 2 Men-at-Arms, Battle Pilgrims, Grail Relique, Peasant Bowmen, 2 Pox, 2 Fire, Men-at-Arms, Grail Guardians, 2 Peasants, King Lewin, and a Blessed Field Trebuchet. I'm trying to see if they brought a caster. I guess they didn't. They also have another Men-at-Arms mixed in there with the Battle Pilgrims. Alright, so starting off, my ally is going to be targeting the Hell Cannon with the Dwarven Cannons. And the Hell Cannon, I think, is also going to be targeting my allies' cannons. Seeing Kolek and these Dragon Ogres over here, I'm going to get my super anti-large squad over here, including the Ragnarok Queen. And I'm going to try and protect the left flank from the Bretonnian player, so we're not going to be charging in this one as the Orcs. In fact, I'm going to be retreating here in a moment when I see the Blessed Field Trebuchet targeting my Black Orcs. I'm like, nope. So we're just going to pull this second line back. I'll let them fire my Gobos all day, but I do not want them firing at my Black Orcs. And if they want to, I'm going to force the Field Trebuchet to move up and closer to the Dwarven lines. Organ Gun going off on Kolek. My super squad's almost here ready to charge him. And now the Warriors of Chaos are going to be marching across the battlefield. The Bretonnian is going to be a little bit behind. And then the Hell Cannon is already almost taken out by the Dwarf Cannon. That's why it's a risk bringing a Hell Cannon against Dwarves, because a single cannon can do the job and bring down a Hell Cannon before it can do a lot of damage, as you can see right here. Close! Close. And like, this is a mistake. The Hell Cannon, what precious time it has, shouldn't be firing at the Dwarven Cannon. It needs to be doing as much damage to high target units while it still is live. Right here, I'm going to summon some Spider Hatchlings to try and blunt the charge of Kolek and his Dragon Ogres. We're going to halt charge here to not get hit by the lightning, and then we're going to go in and support the Ragnarok Queen right here. Also going to be casting a Here We Go with our Orc Shaman. Try to get all of our melee attack up in the positive, high 70s and over 100. Meanwhile, the Chaos Warriors are taking a beating from the Organ Gun and the Goblobber. You can see this Chaos Warrior is already about to rout. This Chaos Warrior is taking a lot of damage. The Bretonnian is going to be marching over here. And I'm going to be running interference here, pulling up our back line here very soon. And the Pegasus Knights are now just starting to get into motion. Hell Cannon is gone. Blessed Field Trebuchet, I think, is firing now into the Dwarves since I pulled back my Black Orcs. And over here, one of my Orc Boy Biggins are going to rout off the field. But in return, we are routing off Kolek, this Dragon Ogre, and now everything is going to be going onto this last remaining Dragon Ogre. And we are going to win this fight, supported by the Organ Guns here, which may have done some friendly fire, and then also Thunderers. Meanwhile, the front line of the Chaos Warriors, what remains of them, are trying to get into these Thunderers, but I'm going to block them with these Goblins. We also got Longbeards over here. I'm going to get my other Gobos to try and block this front line, and then again, I'm bringing up my back line. And these Chaos Warriors just kind of being targeted out by the frontline warriors of the Dwarves. King Lewin the Conqueror is going to march down there, so we're going to have some Slayers on them. I am now marching my forces around, and we're going to try and go for this pocket of Bretonnian peasants, because they are now unguarded. Their Grail Guardian Protector is now going to be going over here to fight against my Black Orcs. And I'm going to try and get this clumped up. I don't really want to keep spread out. I want to actually keep this fight clumped up, so if I want to cast a Here We Go, it will hit as many units as possible. And since the Chaos Warriors kind of split on their charge, they're kind of just doing these 1v1s, and they are losing against the Thane and all the guns, and Slayers are on King Lewin the Conqueror. I'm going to devote, I think one or maybe even both of my Goblin Big Bosses to try and shut down this Blessed Field Trebuchet. And then my Big Boss and the Orc Boys are going to go charging into these block of Bretonnian peasants. The Ragnarok Queen, for some reason, got distracted by these Chaos Warriors, so I'm going to have to give her another attack order over here. And my Black Orcs and Nasty Stalkers are just kind of duking it out with the Bretonnian line, including those Grail Guardians. I'm going to pull our Orc Shaman over here to cast a Here We Go on the Black Orcs and the Nasty Skulkers to try and support them. And then we're going to cast a Foot of Gork over here on the Grail Guardians. And the Chaos player, for the most part, has been taking out the Pegasus Knights, coming in here doing some good damage against the artillery following King Lewin Leon Kerr. But I think King Lewin is routing somewhere or is dead at this point. Looks like. There we go, Foot of Gork on those Grail Guardians. We hit some of the Black Orcs, but that is a okay trade for us. And now we're going to get the Orc Shaman to join back with the Super Squad. And then the enemy players are going to leave the game. All those 4 peasants were routing because they got charged by the Orc Boy Biggins and my Orc War Boss. And they routed almost instantly. My Goblin Big Boss over here was getting killed by a Chaos Warrior, but that was okay. And yeah, the Bretonnians were going to fall pretty quickly because the Chaos got kind of melted. And we still had Organ Guns, we still had Thunderers and Crossbows. So yeah, they're just going to leave the game a little prematurely, but I don't think they would have won, especially since they lost King Lewin in a kind of a suicidal attack because they got charged by 2 Slayers and stayed in the fight to try and shut down the Dwarven artillery. And they did not wait for the Pegasus Knights to kind of assist them in that. Really, I probably would have just thrown the Grail Guardians, whip them around the flank, and join King Lewin in the back to try and deal with those Slayers. Slayers are devastating to large units, obviously, but at least the Grail Guardians have such a high melee defense, and they do pretty good damage to infantry targets, that it's possible they... I don't know, I've never done a 1v1 Guardian versus Slayer, but I have a feeling that on the charge, especially with King Lewin nearby, you probably beat out the Slayers. You may still take a lot of damage, but at least you're super tanky, and you could shut down all those artillery pieces. So if King Lewin, the Grail Guardians, and the Pegasus Knights all kind of charge that back line of the Dwarves at once, that could have been a little different. But unfortunately for the Chaos player, they picked a Hell Cannon against the Dwarves, and it's a risky pick, shown here, and the Hell Cannon was shooting at the Dwarven artillery, which is a waste of time. You should just really focus on their infantry and their high target units, or high priority units. And then Kolek and his Dragon Ogres, they did do a lot of damage to my Orc Boys, but we won that fight. Orc Boy Biggins are cheaper than Dragon Ogres, and obviously Kolek too. So we won that, and then the Chaos Warriors were just unsupported, so they eventually died. The Bretonnians were still putting up a good fight though, but they still left the game. Oh well. Good game to Smurf, Dark Legend, Aru, and Lucky Roo. Pretty happy with how my Super Squad turned out. Honestly, they didn't get to do too much. Their biggest impact was the Dragon Ogres, but I guess that was big enough. But besides that, I guess we did rout the Bretonnian Peasants. And then Smurf, let's check out their artillery. 76 kills on the Goblobber, 22 on the cannon, including a Hell Cannon, and 8 on the Organ Gun, which was firing at Dragon Ogres and Kolek, so that's still pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. So again, I hope you enjoyed the battle. It was kind of a quicker one, but it was fun. Trying out the Super Squad, it kind of worked. And let's go watch the cinematic view. But yeah, Hell Cannons against the Empire and Dwarves is so risky because both of those factions almost always bring some kind of a cannon, which will destroy a Hell Cannon. Here we go. Get in there, Shaman. Wow. Whoa, I didn't mean to go here. Trying to get to my black orcs over here. And there go the peasants. And then put a gork for them. This is a special present. I love that spell. It's my favorite spell in the game. By far. It just looks awesome. Speaking about looking awesome, the Total War YouTube channel released a battle with the High Elves versus Lizards, which would have been yesterday by the time you see this. I would highly suggest going to their channel and watching it, because it's pretty cool. And they show off one of the new High Elf spells, which is this... I don't even want to say what it is, because if you haven't seen it yet, it looks really awesome. But yeah, you should go watch that. It's like an 11-minute video over on Total War's channel. And yeah, besides that, hope you enjoyed this. It was kind of a quick battle. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.